Good morning, it's Friday and I'm in the car again. So it's another day off work for me today, and I'm currently sat outside a pub restaurant because Ewan's got an interview. So I'm really hoping he gets it, because it's so difficult for kids to get jobs these days, because obviously there is a lot of people out of work, so the jobs that kids would normally go for, normal adults are going for. They want kids to be fully flexible, whereas obviously if you're at college you can't be. So it's really difficult for him to get a job anywhere. He's not 18, he's only 16, so they want people to work late, and obviously you've got restrictions when you're that age. But I really need him to get a job, because he's at the point now where he just wants money all the time. So I'm really hoping he gets it. So yeah, I just thought I'd pop on. I'm not sure what the plan for today is. I want a chill day. I brought my phone with me to edit my video from yesterday, and I brought my magazines to read whilst I'm waiting for him, but I don't know realistically how long he's going to be in there for, so I might not get a chance to do anything. But yeah, yesterday was a really, really good day. I really enjoyed my birthday. I really had a great day. Today I'm feeling a bit achy and tired and just want a chill day. I think the plan is, obviously I'm here now, I'm going to get back and probably have something to eat, because I haven't had anything to eat yet, because I wasn't hungry this morning. Whether it's because I had tea late last night, I don't know, but I wasn't hungry at all this morning. And I'm going to, after I've finished recording yesterday, I did have some crisps and a piece of fruitcake, so I did have a little bit extra when I got home last night. Even though I didn't probably need it, I just felt like it was my birthday and we were watching TV and we were just sort of like snacking. But anyway, I've not eaten today yet, so I'll probably have something to eat before I go out anywhere. So every time I turn around, it affects the lighting on this video. I don't know why. And then I think Eddie and I are going to take Luna out somewhere for a walk, just so she gets a nice walk in. The only other thing we've actually got physically planned today is Chloe's got her graduation, like her grad art show. So this art show would normally have taken place while she was still at uni at the end of term, and obviously COVID stopped it all. So they are still having one, and it will be like almost like her portfolio, I think. I don't quite know all of the ins and outs of it. I've never been to an art show before. Sounds a bit highbrow for me. So yeah, we're going to go over there. I think that starts at 5, so we're going to go meet Chloe and Ethan at 4:30, and then have a walk over to her uni building to have this art show. Not sure if I'll be able to vlog anything in there or not. Might feel a bit too self-conscious, but we'll see. So that's the only other thing we've got planned for today. There's nothing else planned. So hopefully a chill day, and I'm hoping I get to do some of my craft. I should be having some vinyl arriving from Amazon today, so I might get a chance to play with my heat press at some point. I'm actually, you know what really happens is, you really want these things, and you're looking at all these vlogs and stuff of people playing with them and using them, and you're like, oh yeah, I could do this, that and the other, and then you get one and you have absolutely zero inspiration or ideas. So I need to kind of revisit and see what I want to do. I bought a couple of bags, aren't as thick as this, but I like the sort of tote bags yesterday in Hobbycraft that were just cheap ones for £1.50, just so I can experiment and play with it. And then I was thinking I could do like bottle bags for Christmas for people who were buying bottles for. I could like personalise it and put Merry Christmas and stuff on heat press vinyl. Obviously you can do t-shirts and stuff, but I don't have, I don't know whether I need cotton t-shirts or if I need a polyester cotton mix, because it depends on what you're doing, whether it's sublimation printing that you're pressing on, or whether it's vinyl. And obviously I'm doing vinyl, I haven't got a sublimation printer, so at the moment it's vinyl I'm doing. So we shall see how it all turns out. I should imagine it will take a while for me to get used to it. I have heard that the HTV, the heat transfer vinyl, is easier to weed out all the designs than normal vinyl, but we'll see. You have to remember to mirror it and things like that, so it will take a bit of playing around. So I'm looking forward to having a go, but I also want to try and get on with doing my wreath, because I'm doing crocheted holly leaves for one of them, the one that I bought yesterday, and I want to do a little robin or something to go on it. And obviously before I know it, it'll be the end of November and I need to get it done. So I would like to have a go at sitting and doing some of that and doing some of those projects, which some of the other stuff that I've got, like knitting and stuff, I can do in front of the TV at night. But because the lighting in my living room isn't great, I really struggle with some of the crochet, because I have to be able to see the stitches and count. The crochet is a bit different than knitting. It's a bit like I've got to really kind of concentrate. So while I'm watching my Korean dramas with subtitles, I can't really crochet very easily, because I can't be doing that and reading at the same time. I need to learn how to speak Korean, then I won't have the issue. But I can't fit doing that in at the moment as well as everything else. But Anyway, I'm going to go and edit my video so I can try and upload my birthday vlog. Anyway, I'll catch you later for the next bit.
Thomas Ogilvy, Luis Pestana da Silva, Bachelor of Arts Honours in Illustration, Martina Bill Avnar. Chloe Buda, Matteo Cancellara, Ruth Pollard State, Charles Pritchard, Kaya Perwin.
Hi, it's Saturday today, and today we've had Chloe's graduation. So it's only the second graduation I've ever been to. One was my brother's, which was many years ago, and then obviously this one today. Neither Eddie or myself went to university or anything, so for us it's a real special occasion to have one of our kids graduating. So it's been lovely, and I'll insert all the footage of all of that now. It happened, well, it's now 10 to 4. We've been there since like 12 o'clock, but the actual ceremony started at 2, and we've kind of just got out. So we're heading over to Costa now to go and get a drink and something to eat. We haven't had anything to drink or eat for what feels like hours. So we just need some refreshments. We're actually going out for a meal tonight because we weren't sure of the timings. We've just booked for a local curry house to us, which is quite close to home. Mainly because Chloe and Ethan have actually got a housewarming to go to beforehand as well. So they're going to do that. So, what?
Nothing. Nothing. It's just on about the phone. Phone was messing around.
Anyway, I shall catch you in a bit.
I finished handed all my assignments in on like a random Thursday. Now I've graduated on a random Saturday in November.
It's Sunday today, and I was up fairly early. I had to get up with Tom at like 5:30. Did go back to bed for a bit, but I was still up fairly early. Did some research for meal planning for this week because I've actually gone and done a big food shop. So I'll show you my shopping haul in a second and just tell you what ideas I've got for meals for this week. It's currently 20 to 12, not eaten anything yet. Wasn't hungry first thing, but I'm absolutely starving now. So to finish off from yesterday, we had Chloe's graduation and it was fantastic. Really a nice day to be proud of. We did go out for dinner last night, but I didn't film anything in there. We were just in the curry house and it was rammed and it was really noisy. So I didn't bother filming anything or taking my camera out at all. So that was the end of yesterday. Anyway, I'll show you my food shop. So this little lot cost £107.15, which I don't think is too bad. We were completely out of everything. I've not been and done a full shop for a long time. So this should definitely feed all 4 of us for the whole week, and hopefully may give me some bits for the future as well. You never know. Food has gone up, so there's no two ways about it, but I thought I would just go through what I've bought. Let me just go and grab my receipts so I can try and find prices whilst I'm there. There were certain things I didn't have. I couldn't get any thyme and I couldn't get any foil and a couple of other things, but I managed to get most things, so I'm just going to have to make do with what I've got. So, starting in no particular order, over here I've got 2 packs of free range eggs. These are large ones. They're packs of 12. I can't see the price off the top of my head. Let me see if I can find it. £1.89 a pack. I've bought a large thing of milk, skimmed milk, and a Greek no-fat yoghurt. I'm still buying zero-fat yoghurt even though I'm not currently dieting. Just habit. I just can't seem to bring myself to buy the full-fat versions. I don't know why. I think I've done it for so long. It's too much of a transition. I've bought an all-pack lighter because that's our favourite spread at the moment. And I've bought some soft cheese lighter and some garlic and herb reduced fat soft cheese. they're both for going in recipes. I've bought a shaved Parmigiano. I always tend to have the grated Parmesan, but not the stuff that's actually like shaved. So I've got some of that for a change, and I've got some cream for a recipe. So that's the kind of like the dairy bit. Then I'm going to the fruit and veg. I've got some parsley, that's for a recipe, some butternut squash, some green beans, some carrots. I'm not going to bother looking at the prices, I'll try and put them on after if I can. Some lettuce, some lemons. These are all for recipes that I've got in mind. Some leeks, some Brussels sprouts, some peppers, and some kale. Some of these things, like the broccoli and some of the tomatoes that I'll show you in a minute, were all in the sort of like the front bit where they have the offers. So I just tend to be buying the stuff that's on offer regardless of whether it's part of a recipe or not, and using that to make a recipe or to go alongside meals. These were part of the offer, so I've got some sweet vine ripened tomatoes. I picked up some bananas. I have got some rooster potatoes because I really like those. And I've also bought these Elva potatoes. Got a recipe in mind for those. I've bought, and that's it fruit and veg wise. Oh, there's some cherry tomatoes there as well. So that's the fruit and veg part. Next up is the cooked meats. I just bought 2 packs of wafer thin ham, and I bought a pack of pastrami because I just fancied some. I've got some chorizo, that'll be going into a recipe. I've got a beef roasted joint, that's for today's Sunday dinner. I've got 2 packs of the light cheese slices because everybody seems to like those. And I bought a pack of red Leicester. I haven't bought grated this time because it's actually cheaper to buy it like that and grate it myself, so I'm going to not be lazy and just grate it. I bought a pack of chicken thighs. These ones are skinless and boneless. I bought a pack of chicken thighs that have got the skin and bone on. That is for a recipe. It does actually ask you to leave that on. And I've got a big pack of chicken breasts, 2 kilograms of chicken breasts. I'm not sure the price of those actually at the moment, so I'll have to have a look and see whether they're the same price they were a few weeks ago last time I bought them. I've got another smoked pancetta, that's for doing a mac and cheese. I've got some minced lamb, that's for a recipe. I'll go through my recipes at the end, it feels a bit disjointed otherwise. I've got 2 packs of back bacon, 10 rashers. I've got a pack of chipolata sausages, that'll be for a dinner. I've got some steak mince, this is 750 grams, so I'm hoping I'll be able to fit it into 2 meals. I have got 2 packs of buttermilk chicken thigh burgers, there's 2 per pack, so that's 1 dinner. I've got some frozen black forest fruits because they're my favourite for breakfast. I've got some chicken curries, these are still 69p each, so I've just got cooked for the freezer for the boys. I've got some fake cooked chips just to keep in just in case. And I've got some of the mini hash brown waffles, if you like those, I bought 2 packs of them. And lastly, I've got 2 packs of the butternut squash chunks because that's so much easier, and I've got a recipe in mind for one of those. Bakery wise, I didn't buy very much at all this week. I bought some wraps just to have in for lunches. I've got some brioche mini burger buns there for the southern fried chicken burgers, and I've got a pack of toasty bread, and that's all I bought from the bakery section, which is quite restrained for me. Lastly, I've got all my store cupboard section. So I've got 2 tins of rice pudding. Tom's particularly partial to that, but it's nice to have in. I've got 2 tins of chopped tomatoes with herbs because I've completely run out of tin tomatoes. 2 tins of plum tomatoes. 2 of the tins, and I'm happy to see this back because my Aldi haven't had these for a while, but it's the spiced taco beans, so I've got 2 tins of that. I've got a tin of full fat coconut milk and a tin of reduced fat coconut milk. I have got some smooth peanut butter and some tinned beans. I've got some passata because I think I've got 1 left in the cupboard. I always like to keep that in. I've got some red kidney beans and some black beans. I don't very often buy these, but obviously I'm trying to bulk my recipes out a little bit and use less meat to try and make them a bit more budget friendly. Eddie picked up some horseradish sauce. No one really eats that apart from Eddie. Cranberry sauce. I don't know if this is supposed to be for Christmas or for now, but we've got a little cranberry sauce there. I bought 2 of their packs of basmati rice, which is the microwave ones. I've got a pack of tagliatelle just to go in the cupboard. A pack of the Fusilli. Now I don't know the difference between the red packaging and the green. This was cheaper than the green packaging, but it seemed like the nutrition information was slightly different. So I don't know what the difference is. So if anyone knows, if you let me know what the difference between the red, I just assumed it was new packaging, but it appears that the macros are slightly different. I think the saturated fat on the green packaging was like 0.25 or 0.28, and this is 0.3, so it's got slightly more saturated fat in. So I don't know what the difference is, other than perhaps they've changed the ingredients. I've got mixed herbs because I didn't have time, so I'm trying to make do. I actually needed salt and pepper mill, but they didn't have a salt one at all. So I've got a pepper grinder but no salt. I have picked up a garlic and chilli seasoning just because it looked quite nice. And I've picked up 2 bread mixes. I bought a chili cheese bread mix and a garlic and rosemary focaccia bread mix. That's to either use to make pizza bases or just to have if I run out of bread during the week to hopefully like tide me over, or perhaps to go alongside a pasta dish or something. I've bought table salt because I couldn't get a salt grinder. I've got some juice because we get through at least a bottle of that a week. I've got some rapeseed oil because I'm nearly out of that. I bought 2 packs of their birthday cake flavour 5 an hour bars because everyone seems to like those, and obviously 1 box of 5 goes nowhere. I don't know if I mentioned I've got a bag of sugar. I've got a pack of cranberry and clementine stuffing, that's to put away into my Christmas box. I've got a pack of ordinary stuffing, that's just for a meal recipe. I've got some stock cubes, just chicken ones. They're not my favourite, I prefer the ones from the Polish shop, but I'm not going there today, so I've just picked those up for now. I've picked up, well actually I didn't pick these up, these are the 2 things that Eddie contributed to the shopping. A cheese leek and ham flavoured passion sauce and a golden vegetable rice. So I'm just looking at my receipt, and the chicken thighs, the ones that have got the skin on and the bone in, were 165. I don't know how much weight they were. 1 kilogram. And yet for the ones that are skinless and boneless is 900 grams, which I know is pure meat, they were $3.99. So in hindsight, I probably should have bought 2 packs of the skinned and boned ones because they're cheaper. The big pack of the chicken breasts, the 2 kilograms, were £9.35, which isn't too bad actually. I think the cheapest I've seen it a few weeks ago was £8.95 or £8.75, but £9.35 isn't too bad for 2 kilograms of chicken. Everything else, the lamb mince was £3.49, the beef mince was £3.89. The beef mince I think is a lot bigger and obviously healthier. Everything else is pretty much the same as it always is, to be honest. Not too bad, but I don't think it's bad value for money for everything that I've bought. And like I say, hopefully will be enough. So just to run through what I'm planning on doing this week, I've saved a few recipes on my Pinterest like secret board, just because I've pinned them on there till I know if I like them or not, and I normally end up tweaking them anyway. So obviously if I know that they're a hit, I shall obviously like maybe put them on my blog, but I definitely will put them on here. So I'm planning on doing a chicken and chorizo jambalaya recipe. I'm only going to use that recipe that I've pinned just as a reminder as to what I'm going to do. I'm not necessarily going to follow that recipe. It's American, but it's got stuff in that I don't necessarily buy. I've got the chicken thighs that have got no skin on. What was I planning on doing with those? There was a bake. I don't know if that's what the stuffing's for or not, but there's definitely a bake recipe on to do with those. The lamb mince, I want to do a lamb and potato bake, which is a bit like doing a moussaka, but you replace the aubergine with potatoes, because we're not big aubergine fans in the family. What else have I bought? The pancettas for doing mac and cheese. Oh, the chicken thighs with the skins on. They were for doing a Greek lemon and herb chicken and potato bake, which I'm going to stick some veg in as well. There's no vegetables in the recipe, but that's one of them. So I think that's the main meals for this week. Obviously, we've got beef for today. With the beef mince, I'm planning on probably making either a lasagna or a chili, or probably both. So I have got some good ideas of things that hopefully will be warm and filling and also quite cheap. So £107 for 4 of us. Bear in mind, I've got store cupboard stuff as well. I don't think it's too bad all in all. It's probably like £25 each for the week, which if I can stretch it out and not have to buy anything else, that's actually not too bad. So that's my shopping haul, and I shall catch you in a bit. I think once I put all this lot away, I'm going to have something quick to eat, and I think Eddie and I are going to go on a quick dog walk, because there are some black clouds out there, but the sun is currently shining. But we thought if we get a good walk in early while it's still daylight, and then I'm hoping to come back and do some craft. So I shall catch you in a bit. It must have been the jumper that attracted her.
Can do.
Well, it's up to you, can do if you want.
With it up the hill and back this way.
Good evening. Oh, Luna's just started barking, typically. Different background today. I'm down my downstairs at my other desk and I'm just doing some crafts. I'm trying to use my heat press for the first time. And I've watched loads of tutorials over like the past few months because I've been wanting to get one for ages. But then the reality is that you just kind of chicken out. Anyway, I'll show you what I've done so far. So it's reversed because you have to mirror the image, but I'm doing a tote bag and it's going to be black and pink. This is a pattern that's just come off the Cricut Design Space. And I see people weeding this vinyl and they make it look so easy. I don't know if my blade needs sharpening or if I need a replacement blade, but it was really fiddly trying to get to the blooming thing and get it off. But anyway, it's my first attempt. There is a couple of creases in a couple of the letters, but I think that was actually on the vinyl when I put it onto the mat. I don't think it was actually me that's caused it. So I'm just going to go ahead now and I'm going to weed out the pink one, which I can't for the life of me see the writing on this. It is there, I promise you it's there, but you really can't see it. So it should be interesting. I do need to get myself a little craft lamp that's like, I've had to put the big light on because I've only got a little light in here, and actually it's not, this light isn't good enough. I need to get a craft lamp that's directly over where I'm working so I can properly see what I'm doing. So I'm going to carry on and I'm going to weed out the rest of this. I'm going to go and let Luna out first and then it's time to power up the old heat press and have a go. So this isn't sponsored or anything by Cricut. This was purely something that I do because I like craft. And one of the best things I've had for my birthday, by the way, is this that Chloe's bought me. So the idea with this is that when you're weeding out your vinyl, you literally hook your little bits that you've weeded out into there and it stays in. Normally I have my hand and my desk covered in little bits of vinyl, but instead it's all just in there, so it's brilliant. So I love it. With the vinyl I bought a big pack of vinyl from Amazon, and I did get this little sort of weeding tool that's like a hook. I can't get on with it at all. I'll just go back to the basic hook that I got with my machine. I don't know why I can't get on with that, but I really can't. Maybe I've just got to master it. It came with its own little protective sheath as well, which is quite good, but I just can't at the moment get on with it. So perhaps it's just the project I'm working on. Maybe when I work on something else. What I am going to try and do is I'm going to try and figure out where my lettering is. See if I can rescue some of this, because I don't want to use the whole sheet for 2 words. If I can see where it's cut, roughly, I'm going to cut it off because, like I say, this stuff's quite expensive. Try and work out where it is. I don't even know what it says now. That's one word there, and that's the other word. And I don't think there's anything else, so I'm going to trim it, and I shall be back in a sec. Here's my finished bag. So it just says Creative Minds are really tidy, although Tom doesn't think it says that at all, and he's not happy that the circle is not above the eye, even though it's not supposed to be a dot. It is part of the pattern. That's the original off the Design Space, so you can see that I haven't just made it up. So that's my finished bag. I also did the test piece, which was that comes with it. Oops, just bending down. Where you just get the Cricut logo and goes to vinyl on a separate drawstring bag. That worked better than this did. I think I overheated the vinyl on this because the pink is proper Cricut vinyl, whereas the black isn't. The black is a different brand from Amazon, and I think I heated it on too high heat for too long. The eye came off, so I've had to do the eye again, and that was in Cricut vinyl, and that seems to have worked far better, so I've just got to work out my heat settings and things, but overall I'm quite happy with that.